And so good morning, everyone. This is the Reverend Andrea Graham from the Ease of Spirit Ministries of Hope. I'm really, really excited. I wish I was able to get this Facebook Live, but I keep trying via Zoom and I've not been able to. But I'm very excited about this meditation. For those of you who might get here a little bit late, it's my apologies. I did send an invite out that said 11 a.m., which is the time of our Sunday services. And we are starting at 10. So I'm going to be reaching out to people throughout this broadcast, trying to get that rectified. And that my apologies there for that. But as we do everything, we're going to start with prayer. So let's just take a moment to just settle ourselves. Let's settle ourselves. Let's recognize that God is the one power and presence that is in and through all things, including us. So let's begin by creating a sacred space around us. The energy of God is enfolding us. That power and protection is all around us. It is moving in and through us right now. And so, Heavenly Father, we definitely give you all the honor. We give you all the praise. We definitely give you all the glory, recognizing that you are in and through us. And it is our intention this morning to enter into the realization of your presence. You know, Jesus told the Samaritan woman that there will come a time when we will not look for God in this place or that mountain, because we will realize that we are the temple of the living God. And those who worship God must worship God in spirit and in truth. And so we just open ourselves up, Father. We open ourselves up to receive you in our minds and in our hearts. We open ourselves up to the pure energy of spirit that is in and through all things. We open ourselves up to being an inlet and an outlet of that spirit. We ask for your blessing upon this service today. We ask for your fresh anointing to fall upon each of us as we release this prayer in Jesus' mighty name. And so it is. Amen and amen. All right. Now, what I probably may have to do if there is background noise is I'm going to have to mute anybody with background noises so that we can hear Makia. But I'm very excited that we have Makia Sax with us today, and she is also known as Marilyn Payne, and she is a master in a lot of areas. She has a multitude of certifications. I'm just going to take a moment to read some of her certifications. So she is a certified holistic health practitioner. She is a certified wellness coach and a certified master teacher of Qigong. She is also a Reiki Master teacher and an associate Polarity Practitioner. She has studied metaphysics, root of life, for over 40 years. And so I am ecstatic that she is going to be teaching us about meditation this morning, and she is going to be leading us in meditation. So without further ado, I present to you Makia Sax.
Thank you so much. That was lovely. Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be here, and I'm very thankful for all those who chose to sit in on this meditation. I'm here to try to share with you in the direction that really the world is going in energy medicine, but America is going fighting and kicking. And with the present situation, there are other things that we can do to build our immunity and strengthen our body. like Tai Chi, Qigong. A lot of people know about Tai Chi and Qigong. Oh, let me say if we can wait till about half hour from now for any questions. So what I want to, I have a meditation that we're going to do, which is for relaxation, stress relief, as well as a healing meditation in Qigong. There are a lot of different healing can't talk today. You know what I'm trying to say. Right at the moment out there, you've got quantum touch, Reiki, Qigong, and there's some other ones in there. Pranic healing are all spin-offs of Qigong. And when President Clinton was in, he opened up a department to do research in alternative medicines. And there's a lot of documentaries out there. There are a lot of doctors moving in that direction for Qigong. Cleveland Clinic has a wellness center. They do Reiki there. They don't do Qigong yet, but I presented it to them. And the doctor that was going to help me do this, she had to go back to Boston because she thought that they were going to put her and her family out of the country because she was from India. So I didn't get a chance to really do the presentation like I had planned. But what I want to tell you is I want to tell you about Qigong. Let me say this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. This has nothing to do with diagnosis or treatment of any disease. What I'm sharing with you is based on energy because everything is energy. Everything is energy from plastic to metal to wool. Everything is energy. The universe is energy, and bottom line is God is energy. So this is an ancient teaching. Our ancient ancestors were really into this way back in the day because Qigong has a 5,000-year history in China. And if you know about Ayurveda, their medicine, as India, is based on energy as well. I'm not going to go deep into the elemental part of Qigong because Qigong is the foundation of Chinese medicine. We're talking about the 5 elements. I'm not going into that today because I want to spend most of the time talking about like energetic detoxification and relaxation to relieve stress and meditation. But what I want to do is give you a brief summary of what Qigong is about. Qigong is a Chinese system of physical training, philosophy, preventative, and therapeutic healthcare. It is an ancient philosophy system of harmonious integration of the human body with Mother Nature. Qi means air, energy, breath of life, while Gong means work, self-discipline, achievement, mastery, exercise. This art can be combined aerobically, conditioned, isometric, meditation, relaxation. It is a self-discipline and allows us to gain control over life forces that flow throughout our body. Now, what it does is building energy in the body, which is the life force, which is really the bottom line. Out of a lot of different people that I have studied with, everybody talks about the bottom line of health in the body is the life force or the energy. And when your life force gets low from stress, from not getting enough sleep, incorrect food, because everything has energy in it, food, water. The breath is one of the most strongest, and to practice like Qigong or meditation outside, it makes it about 10 to 100 times stronger because you're right in the flow of energy. Now, basically, when you're doing Qigong, you're accessing the unified field, as Einstein stated in his papers. The unified field is full of over 300 different energies, some identified and some not identified. And they say that if anything is out of balance, you might experience disease. Some of those energies are like light, magnetism, electricity, so forth and on. Qigong works by creating an inner conscious relationship between the mind and the body. These exercises help the practitioner to become sensitive to the internal workings of the body, enable one to consciously gain control over mental and bodily responses and reactions. Qigong creates a stillness and inner peace that unite the mind and the body into a conscious process. These eternal processes result in an increased flow achieved within the body. So at this point, when I wrote this paper, I had studied Qigong like 20 years, but it's like maybe 27, 28 years now. And I studied with Master Hao, who is a professor he was a professor at Beijing University before he moved over here to Cleveland. He worked as a research physicist at Case Western Reserve. And he taught Qigong to the medical students in the 90s at Case Western Reserve as an elective, because his master told him to come here and share this information. So I have a whole lot more information. I have 2 sites that if you, I'm gonna give you my email at the end. If you contact me and you want more information, a lot of people want to see scientific data. And we really have a whole lot of scientific data. We have a bunch of different organizations, the National Qigong Association, we have the Qigong Institute, and even more. You can go to .gov and put in, I think it's med.gov, and put in Qigong, and you can see the research that the government has found on Qigong. So what I want to do now is sort of explain that Qigong works because inner focusing with your mind, with your intent to connect to the unified field. Now, with all these things going on, they say this virus is airborne. Well, your intent is your power. Where does your power come from? You and God are one. God is in you. Jesus is in God. Jesus is in you. So you have this connection to the creative force of the universe. So when you do anything, if you have the correct intent to that, it should be much easier to manifest. So, you know, when you're doing breathing, if you go outside, I would have on a mask or something tied around my face at this present time. But like if you're in the house, your intent is to connect to the universal chi. Okay, the universal chi. Now you can, if you step out, next time you step outside, sort of look up towards the sun, but not at the sun, and you'll see these little balls of light, tiny, minute balls of light, and that's like the chi. That's considered the chi. So you're connecting to the chi that's all around you, that's passing through everything. And we, especially like some people, when they're in the crowds, they pick up other people's energy. Some people are empathetic, and they're feeling other people's frustrations, depressions, so forth and on. And there are things that you can do, we're talking energetically, to relieve yourself of these connections and feel better. So what I want everybody to do right now is to sort of relax. When you get ready to meditate, you have to really relax. Now, sometimes you might need to tense up each muscle to go through the whole body to relax, like tense your feet to relax, tense your calves to relax, tense your knees to relax, tense your thighs to relax. Got your calves, tense your calves to relax, tense your buttocks to relax, tense your abdomen to relax, tense your back to relax, tense your arms to relax, tense your chest to relax, tense the back of your head, tense your face to relax. Now you might need to go through this several times. And as you do this, you are creating a conscious relationship between your mind and your body. At some point, if you practice this enough, you will start to feel your body surrender. The tension will just sort of start to drift out of your body. Now, one thing, as you practice Qigong, you want to always ground yourself. A lot of people say they can feel the earth energy much better with their shoes off. Mm-hmm. And so while we're sitting here, we're going to imagine that we have roots in our body just like a tree. So I would see like individual lines running down, like from right here is your dantian. I'm only going to speak about this one today because you have 3. From your dantian, you just start imagining. Imagination is key in all healing. That the energy is going, the lines, or the grounding lines are going down to the ground. So you're sending your energy into the ground to ground with Mother Earth. Okay. Most people are earth deficient, according to Chinese medicine. So the more you ground yourself, the better off you are. Now, you know, they're selling a whole lot of different, grounding pads that you could sleep on or put your feet on, and even wrist links where you put it in the plug. And I really don't like that idea, but to each his own. For me, I lay on the floor every day. Now, everybody can't get on the floor. And most of the time, I sleep on the floor. Okay, we can talk about that another day. Okay, so when you lay on the floor and relax, you ground yourself, your body detoxifies itself from built up energies in your body. Could be emotional, could be mental, a lot of thinking. And I learned this particular technique from Master Dennis Adams that we're going to do right now. And this is called scraping. And where you scrape your body down. Let's just say it might be midday, it could be in the morning, you don't feel well. You just feel off. And you don't particularly know why, you know, can't think of something I ate or whatever. So I want you to really get a sense of how this works. I want you to, if you can, scoot to the edge of your chair and lift both of your legs. Now, as you lift separately, you know, you lift the right one, you lift the left one. Now, one of them should feel heavier or stiffer than the other one. Okay. So what I want you to do is rub your hands together. Get your hands warm. What we're doing is stimulating the chakras in the hand. So we're also rubbing the center of the hand. And we're creating to open up the chakra so that the energy would flow. Rub your hands together. Now, whichever leg is the heaviest, we rub our hands together and we open our hands and imagine we see white light. Just imagine like a light bulb or something like that, as far as white light. Then you're going to scrape your leg, if you can, all the way down. And when you understand the power of the mind, which I'm hoping to relate in this short, you're scraping it all the way off. Now, throw it out the window with the intent it's not going to hit anybody walking by. Not throw it on your spouse. Okay, now, lift that leg, lift this one. Lift that leg, lift this one. Now, if you can't go all the way down and lift your leg up, imagine your spirit. You have a whole nother part of yourself, which is your energetic body. Ooh, yeah. It looks just like you, but it's pure energy. So if you can only go so far, see a spiritual body going all the way down and scraping it off and throw it out the window. And imagination is key. Your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. It can, you can imagine yourself sick, and you can work through your imagination, relaxation, like meditation, practicing Tai Chi and Qigong to build your health back up, because it builds your immune system and it builds the life force which runs your body. So now when you compare the two, this one feels a whole lot heavier, the other one. So you rub your hands together, stimulate the chakras, imagine white light, and scrape your leg. Then you compare them. this one still seems a little bit heavier than that one. So I'm going to scrape it down again. Now, the scraping technique can be used on your whole body. Let's just say you really don't. Let's just say you really don't feel good, or you don't even have to feel that bad. But what you do is you just scrape your whole body and you throw it out the window. I'm gonna do a real fast demonstration. You know, you rub your hands together, stimulate the chakras, scrape your head, throw it out the window. Now, it's possible that you could say take rubbing alcohol and lavender and put in a spray bottle. And after you scrape each body part, spray your hands. And then go ahead back on scraping your body. But I really don't feel that's necessary when you're working on yourself. It's different if you're working on somebody else. So then you scrape each arm. You can only use one hand. You throw it out. You scrape this arm. You throw it out the window. This is an energetic detox. So then you scrape your whole body as far to your back as you can. Just imagine that your spirit is scraping up where you can't reach. You know, so if you can, you know, like you scrape your buttocks and everything else all over again, and you throw it out the window. Usually, the first time you do it, if you have an open mind, and you need to have an open mind and an open heart to connect to the spiritual aspect of yourself. A lot of people are sort of scientific, left brain. They need some kind of explanation of something. So it might not be as profound for them. But if you relax yourself and open your mind, you should, the first time you do most things, that's what the universe has showed me, is the first time is very dynamic. And then you have to work at it from that point on. Here comes my cat, so do pardon him. This is a energetic detox. Now for people who really can't lay on the floor, which is a much better energetic detox, you can sit and put your feet, you can have socks on because the floor is most of the time cold, and breathe, like breathe through your feet. Now, when you breathe through your feet, you really focus your mind and your attentions on the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in, when we get to this technique, it's like if you put plastic on, you sort of feel like you're smothering. Back in the day when they were telling everybody to wrap up with plastic to lose weight, that's because your whole body breathes. So like if you really focus on your feet and put your attention on the soles of your feet and breathe, you've sent your roots down into the ground, you're connecting to the earth energy and it's coming into your body. So grounding is an energetic technique to help get rid of built up negative energies and so forth to create balance. Qigong is based on balance, and it's really at this point based on the yin and the yang, the positive, the negative, the female and the male, to try to balance the two. So what we're going to do now is the meditation, because we have about 20 more minutes. So this is a healing meditation, and it's called body breathing. This is a meditation that Master Howell gave to us to do to energetically connect us with the field. Now, when you do this, your intention is to connect with the chi. So you really don't want to think about the virus. You know, somebody might be, well, suppose I connect to the virus. You really don't want to do that. So just forget about that. You are empowering yourself through spirit, through your connection to God. This is building your connection to God. Now, in all the videos and the Qigong books, which I have a whole lot, say that as you practice this and you start to be still and go within, you start to activate more of that other 90% that they claim is dormant of the mind. They say we're only using 10%. So you start to activate that other 90% because you are stilling the mind, and it takes time. I do have techniques for people who are challenged with meditating regularly, but I'm not covering that today. So what you're going to do is we're just going to go back through tensing up and relax. So we're going to tense our feet and relax. We're going to tense our calves and relax. We're going to tense our knees and relax. We're going to tense our thighs and relax. We're going to tense our buttocks and relax. We're going to tense our back and relax. We're going to tense our abdomen and relax. We're going to tense our shoulders and relax. We're going to tense our chest and relax. We're going to tense our hands and relax. We're going to tense our forearms and relax. We're going to tense our upper arms, biceps, and triceps and relax. We're going to tense our necks and relax. We're going to tense the back of our head and relax. We're going to tense our face and relax. Now, when you do this, you might want to find some music that really works for you. I'm going to throw on some music, and I'm watching the clock. So
Makia, before you throw on that music, if I can interject, I don't know if Deb Davidson has her hand up to ask the question or not.
I would prefer the questions be at the end.
Okay. So Deb, I'm not ignoring your hand. We're gonna entertain questions at the end. Okay. Sorry for interrupting.
I mean, we might not never get to the meditation.
Okay, we'll do the questions at the end.
Whoa! Okay, that wasn't it.
We were getting ready to jam.
Yeah, I was. I don't know. Well, we're gonna forget the music there. Oh, here it is. I was practicing and put the wrong one in. Okay. Running around trying to get all this stuff together this morning. I like Chinese music, I like flute music, and I like Native American flute music. I do play the flute. So what I want you to do is get as comfortable as you can. Now, a lot of times when people meditate, they sit like this. This creates tension in your arm. In order to really get the most from your meditation, you want to be as comfortable as you can. Now, it is said that if you sit away from the back of the chair, the energy could flow through your body much better. It would be challenged because you're sitting on the chair not to flow as much. Most people have some type of blockages like in their buttocks and hip area from sitting too much. So you would put your hands on your knees and just relax. So what we're going to do is breathe normal. We're going to just start breathing in and make each breath just a little bit longer, a little bit slower. a little bit deeper. Now, as we're doing this, I want you to think about your body. Think about the pores of your body. And I want you to imagine that when you breathe in, all the pores of your body are like windows and doors, and they open up. And as you exhale, the windows and doors start to close, but out goes the old energy, the toxic energy, the dirty energy. And as you inhale, the windows open, the doors open, and with each breath, the chi, the universal energy, the light, they say God is light. So you can imagine that you are breathing in white light into your body. And then as you exhale out, the white light might be a little bit dingy. That's the old energy. And as you breathe in, you're taking the energy, the light, God's presence, much deeper and further into your body. Now, with this, you are actually intentionally bringing more oxygen in your body. You're bringing in better flow of energy. When you practice Qigong, it increases the flow of blood. It increases the flow of oxygen through your body. And this is through intention. This is something that they never meant for the masses to know or understand. And in China, only the emperor and the elite really knew about China for years, for thousands of years. Tai Chi and Kung Fu masters were only the ones that really knew about it and taught it to the emperor and different people. But now it's more common. So with each breath, you're breathing in. I'm going to be quiet here for maybe about 5 to 7 minutes. Now, I've been practicing Qigong like 27 years. Now, I'm sitting here talking to you, and I'm starting to vibrate. Now, you don't have to move your hands. I'm just moving my hands for inhale, exhale. Out goes the old, dirty energy. So as you're sitting there, you could close your eyes, focus inside. And as you breathe in, if you could abdominal breathe, would make it even more powerful. Because if you chest breathe, you're just using the upper half of your lungs. So abdominal breathing is when you inhale, your lower abdomen goes out. Then as you really breathe in and feel your lungs, your whole body starts to open up like this. And then when you exhale, you sort of go back down like that. I'm exaggerating. But as you inhale, your stomach goes out, and midway, all the way up to the top of your lungs, and exhale. And you sort of go back down. So you're breathing in white light. You're breathing in God's presence. You're filling your body, your mind, and your soul with the presence of the universe, with the presence of God. And as you're doing this, you're getting more oxygen. My feet are vibrating. My legs are vibrating. And normally you start to feel the energy first from the earth. And as it works this way, because you're breathing in through your feet as well. You're breathing in through the top of your head. You're breathing in through your face. Stop. You're breathing in through your face. You're breathing in through your back. You're breathing in through your arms. You're breathing in through your chest. You're breathing in through your thighs. You're breathing in through your buttocks. You're breathing in through your calves. All your pores are open, and you're breathing in the universe. So we're just going to sit here quietly for about 5 minutes. What I just did was make a connection between you and me. This is like long distance healing. I made a connection. So it's possible that the energy might increase, where you might feel it more. Anytime that you're working with somebody, the teacher who is really connected to the universe can enhance your connection. You might not feel it right away, but it will accelerate your connection. Okay. Basically, like I'm really vibrating because I've been practicing for 27 years. My feet are really vibrating, my legs, my arms. Another part of your body that's very sensitive is your head, because your crown chakra, all your higher chakras are up here. The Chinese medicine doesn't really deal a lot with chakras. That's more Ayurvedic. But as you do this body breathing, this increases the chi and the life force flowing through the meridians of your body. Now, the meridians of your body connect to all the organs and glands in your body. All the glands and organs connect through different systems, like with the chakras, and are relative to each finger and each toe. So as you do this, you're building the chi and the life force. When you do this, if you would imagine white light, that you're breathing in white light. I have done this, and in the white light, I visualize the word God's presence. You know, I imagine myself surrounded by white light, and that I was like in a bubble. And as I did this, it was a protective shield. This is very powerful if you do it outside in the sun. I was with a friend one time, and we were at Geneva on the lake, and she wasn't really feeling well. And so we went outside to the sun. She was very stressed out, and we just sat in the sun and we did this. And within about 15 minutes, her whole demeanor, her whole aura, her whole everything changed. She had more energy. She had a smile on her face. Your mind and your body and your connection to the universe and to God is very, very powerful. So this is one of the more simpler techniques of Qigong. Now, in Qigong is not a religion, even though it came out of China and has a 5,000-year history. There's different avenues of Qigong, like Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and these were different directions they took in developing the healing practices with different meditation. So it's not related to any kind of religion. There's only one God, okay, but he has many names. I won't say he, but it has many names. So I'm gonna cut the music off and we can open up for questions. If there are any questions.
Muting everyone so that we can open up for questions. Before I open up completely for questions, I would like to say that that was awesome. I really, really loved some of these techniques. I was trying them, and I am vibrating as well. And even though I am not sitting appropriately because of the way I'm sitting for the broadcast, I'm sitting in a high. My feet cannot touch the floor, and I could feel that energy. So I thank you for that. And we definitely have a number of masters in the room. So I'm opening up the floor for comments, and I'm opening up the floor for questions.
I'm gonna apologize for my cat. I had the door shut.
The cat was okay. He was funny.
Yeah. Okay, any questions?
Yeah, I had raised my hand before. I was just saying hi. I don't have a question, but I'm enjoying the presentation very much.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
Okay. I want to throw this idea out.
Mm-hmm.
In this time, if you want some more information, my email is energeticsofwellness@gmail.com. I can send you links to documentaries, to medical research. I was asked in the 90s twice to come and teach at the National Qigong Conference, but I was working at GE and I really couldn't get free. And I plan to connect with them again and go to the conference and see about sharing some of the technique. There are over 36,000 Qigong techniques. It has a 5,000-year history. Somebody practices it and they give a variation and it turns into another technique. And my suggestion in these times, what I do is I go to YouTube, I bring up the Om meditation, and an 11-hour Om meditation, and let it play all night long through my tablet so that the house is vibrating, to raise the vibration of the house. A lot of different things out there that they say can like absorb negative energy. And we talk about 5G. We're not going to get into 5G right now. But like and any type of Wi-Fi, which can interfere with your system. They're saying that cell phones and Wi-Fi can lower your immunity and make you sick.
Yeah.
So as you practice and you build your energy, you put these safety mechanisms around in your house, like Himalayan salt crystals, those different argon pyramids. I have on an argon necklace that I'm wearing that could, well, I don't think it's gonna show it too well.
Oh, we can see it.
Like supposed to help protect you. I'm going to be doing more things on Zoom. I'm thinking about doing a book club. In the summer, I'll be teaching classes at different places, but I'll be doing free classes probably on a Saturday morning in Edgewater.
That sounds wonderful. Can I interject? There's a number of things that you talked about, and I don't want it to elude people, you know, just in case they haven't thought of what their question is, because you gave us so much information. So how did you guys feel when she used the visualization, when you talk about every pore being a window, and that you breathe in that light of spirit, and as you breathe out the impurities, the pores, the windows close and they open up as you breathe in that essence of life? How did that resonate for some of you?
No, I myself, I feel energy in my hands and my legs and even my face tingles. So pretty profound, I think.
Yes, that was profound for me, very much so. Thank you for that, Deb.
Sure.
And she also hit on the chakras. Now, I would love to dive a little bit deeper into that, Makia, just to do maybe a part 2 to deal with the chakras. You know, anybody have any questions as it related to the chakras? Because she did talk about the crown chakra. and you know, the chakras in your hand and all of this. Any questions relating to chakras? Any comments?
Well, I know when you get your chakras in balance, it gets rid of a lot of congestion, I call it, that your body blockages. So it's important to understand how that works, I think.
Makia, I hate to put you on the spot, but do you mind doing a part 2, especially since some people, we have 15 people here. Some people may have come late. There was some mix up with the invitation. And also, I think it's just so much information that it's impossible to get it in one setting. So I would love to do a part 2.
Oh, I could do a part 2. Do you want to do it now or later?
Well, we're going to do it later. Probably want to do it later because people don't always sit for 2 hours. But yeah, we'll talk about when to get that together. I would love to do it. I feel so relaxed and I know from being a person that meditated for many, many years that I was not seated correctly. And I feel like I'm vibrating at a much higher rate. What did you guys think about the whole idea of scraping? That's a new concept for me.
You know, some people might not actually know how to get in the chat. It's possible, I guess.
Well, the mics are open. Everyone can talk. I opened up all the mics. If someone is muted, it's because they want to be. I opened up all mics. So just opening up, these are the ideas that came forth to me. Because I know we have Reverend Roberta, don't want to call her out. We got Reverend Roberta, who I think is a master in meditation. And we have Carol Murphy that is definitely wise in this area. So anybody with any comments to add to the presentation?
You know, I want to say that, like, before anybody says anything, okay, if you compare Qigong to Tai Chi, Tai Chi, you know, there are a lot of people who can't sit still. They just can't. That's because their yang is out of balance. Okay, that's what's wrong with the world. Okay, so they would probably work better with Tai Chi. And it takes longer to feel the Chi and get the benefits from Tai Chi. Because when you're doing Tai Chi, you know, you're focusing on just how you're moving. Okay, this foot goes over here like this. And I'm making it move. It's got to be shoulder, you know, or, you know, breast height. So you're thinking about all these different things. There are Qigong, there's medical Qigong, there's sexual Qigong, there's spiritual Qigong, there's martial arts Qigong. It's the foundation of martial arts, it's the foundation of Chinese medicine, so forth and on, different things like that. And what Master Howe shared with us, the high-level medical form. And the high-level medical form is focusing on connecting to the earth and bringing the energy through your body, where you become a conduit of the energy and it flows out of your body. In the process, it builds the life force in the body, increases the flow of Qi, and it exits out old Qi, unblocks blocks in the organs and the glands. And so if you're sick, once you understand the foundation of Qigong, you can lay in the bed and do Qigong. We have 24-hour Qigong. We have moving forms, we have breathing forms, and that was a quiet form of Qigong. You can lay in the bed and practice it for people who might even be paralyzed. Once they understand the concept, they can practice it. I have documentaries where they have healed people in China of 180 different diseases from the practice of Chinese medicine, which is Tai Chi, Qigong, acupuncture, food, that type of thing. And when you're doing medical Qigong, you are really focused on bringing the energy in the body through the feet, through the head, that's standing for, and releasing it out your hands. And it balances blood pressure, it balances blood sugar. Now, if it's really out of whack, it will probably take more than that, change in diet, change in lifestyle, but it will also help and accelerate that transformation in your body. And I can say that I got into this because I was stressed out when my father died. I started studying martial arts. And then when I started reading about Qigong. When I found Qigong, I'm the type of person I want to study with a master, somebody who knows what they're doing. I'm not going to try to read a book and make sense out of it, because you can do this wrong and create problems. So I studied with Master How for 21 years, and I had some phenomenal experiences. And through a lot of teachers, and I've studied with a lot of different people, there are masters. And when I say masters, I'm talking about people with okay, and I have studied with at least 4 or 5 of them, and I had some phenomenal experiences. So there's a whole lot more to Qigong than could ever be told in an hour.
Yes, I know. That's why people are asking if I can bring you back once a week. But I am not going to put you on the spot in front of all these folks. So we will talk privately about what we need to do. I really appreciate Makia. She has been coming to our church every first Sunday to help us with the healing service. When we were in the building, we're looking forward to getting back in a building. So this has been wonderful. Before I end us in prayer,
I have a question.
Yes, Dan.
Okay, how do you spell Qigong? Qigong.
Qi. There's about 3 different ways. Qigong, Chikung, or Chigong. Qigong.
Okay. Now, when will you be doing Tai Chi?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I would probably, because there's different styles of Tai Chi. So I do a style of Tai Chi. Most people don't have the room to do like a Yang style where you're stepping all over the place, going way over there. And a lot of people cannot stand with their leg up in the air. There's different forms that do those type of things. So I do what's called a circular Tai Chi. It would be rather hard for me to do that in here, but all you need is 6 feet. Each person's 6 feet. We could do it at the church or at the park. Definitely this summer or spring, once all this is over with. And you do a lot of the same type of movements that you do in the regular Tai Chi. It's called circular Tai Chi. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they call it solar Qigong, but you'll get to some of the same benefits.
Okay, so, and the music you listen to at night, you said you listen to music all night. What is that?
Okay, well, what I do is I go to YouTube and get a Om meditation of the monk saying Om. Om is the universal sound for God. In a lot of different cultures and healing modalities. And I let it play all night long softly so that it vibrates through my house. Now, right now at this time, I'm using the tablet, so I don't have it hooked up, but it would be going all day with all this going on. And I'm just saying this to kind of sort of deal with 5G, which I'm not going to get into. But at night, I go to my television and I bring up YouTube and the Om meditation. And I have a YouTube channel. There's nothing on there. I haven't put any Qigong on there. So since I have a channel, I can just leave it up. You might be able to just leave it up anyway because it's 11 hours. and that's vibrating through the cable system. What I would like to do is try to get this to go viral worldwide, that people are doing this, because this is raising the vibration. There's a lot of negative vibrations going right now.
Yeah.
With the governments, with 5Gs, with the virus, so forth. And I cut the TV off. So the cable might be 5G. I mean, my cable is 5G. I don't want 5G cable. But so I have the OM meditation going all night long, because I have an 11-hour OM video up on YouTube. So when I cut the TV off and I cut it back on in the morning, the video was still going. So the OM meditation is the highest vibration in the universe. It's much higher. Nothing can overcome God. The more of us that connect to God, the more of us that believe in God. You know, so you have to believe in God, then believe in yourself, because God is in you. Okay, so the more that you connect to that vibration, and we might be able to neutralize the effects of the Wi-Fi cell phone. Everybody is running either the Lord's Prayer. You find a YouTube video of the Lord's Prayer. Maybe if it's going for like however many hours you sleep, and let that play all night long, where we get, you know, some people might not want to use OM. To me, they're very similar. OM is the sound, and the Lord's Prayer is a prayer connecting. To me, it's like the same thing.
Yes.
I didn't see whatever Reverend Lord I put on there. But that would, if we could get, you know, like a worldwide meditation going at the same time, we could make a shift in consciousness, the 100th monkey syndrome. You might want to Google that, where you get enough people doing something, creating a higher vibration. They did an experiment with this, and it stopped crime. People stopped going to the hospitals, and there was peace around the world that they were monitoring with the heart center up in Alaska, something like that. And what's his name? God, I can't think of his name. He's the one that brought Transcendental Meditation. His center did this, and they had 7,000 people meditating, and it created a ripple effect around the world. And now we can make a shift. The 21st century is supposed to be, there will be no more secrets. I'll be able to read your mind. You can read me. You can feel me. You'll know what's going on with me, and I'll know what's going on with you. That's the 21st century. That's the golden era. Is what we're supposed to be going in. You know,
So right now we're definitely in a purging stage, is what's going on. So
yeah, you know, there's a lot of different versions of what's going on. To me, I studied with a group called the Bruno Gorning. They're from Germany, and he was a healer that lived last century. He said that you must focus on the good, and you cannot be like, you know, and connect to God. You have to calm yourself down.
We had to reset. And when I say purging, I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about some of the excessive ways we've been going about living. We had to reset. We had to simplify. We have to let some of that stuff go. And so, you know, we don't know how the ramifications is going to present itself, but we see that systems that we have created are breaking down, and it may be for a good thing. So, you know, but I want to go ahead on and end us, because we're at 11:10.
Okay.
And Laura Lynn, did you want to say something? I want to open up the floor, make sure that if anyone has a question or comment, that you can get it to Makia before we end. And or if it's something that you want to say, because I am going to close us in prayer. Yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. I want to invite everyone to the healing service. We're going to be working with collective prayer. I have a couple of prayer warriors that's going to be working with me, and I believe it's going to be very powerful. That's tomorrow at 11 a.m. I invite you to bring your prayer requests, because we will entertain prayer requests live, and we will be working on raising the vibration. That's what we're doing. We know that prayer changes things, and we know that the prayers of the righteous ones availeth much. And when you bring all that together in collective prayer, just like Makia was talking about, when you talk about that healing circle all around the world, it means something. You get a shift. So I invite everyone. The links will go out. We're celebrating Palm Sunday along with communal prayer, and we are declaring healings that are going to take place. I would also like to mention that Laura Lynn is spearheading a prayer group with Ease of Spirit Ministries of Hope. And you know, a lot of you guys know about this. I sent out a lot of messages. Me and Laura Lynn we're going to converse about that today and figure out, you know, when we determine when we're going to actually meet, and how and what venue, whether it's phone conferencing or Zoom. When we make those determinations, then what is going to happen is, you know how I do it, I send things out all over the universe, and so that's what will happen. The invites and everything will go out throughout all the four corners of the universe. So, but with that being said, it is now 11:13, and so I want to go ahead on and end us in prayer. And I say, Heavenly Father, I just thank you. I thank you for this beautiful morning. I thank you for the beautiful, beautiful wisdom that came through Makia today. I thank you for her saying yes to this divine idea. I thank you, Father, that you allowed your presence to flow through her today. I thank you for all the techniques that she shared, Father. I know that someone got something out of this that is going to cause a shift in their consciousness. I know that someone got something from this session that is going to generate healing in their body, healing in their minds and hearts, healing in their life, world, and affairs. So, Heavenly Father, we know that you go before us. You're making straight and easy our path. This is going to be a wonderful rest of the day for each of us. Your light is surrounding us and moving before us. If there were any barriers in our way, you've already made the crooked places straight and the rough places smooth. And so we release this prayer in Jesus' mighty name. And so it is. Amen and amen. I thank you all, and I really love you all too. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, girl.
All righty.